Hi everyone, welcome back to Rock Bottom. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
And today we are going to discuss a topic that just will not go away. Try as he might, Trump cannot get his way. This Jeffrey Epstein thing is not going anywhere. And he's tried and tried. Trump has tried and tried to make the thing disappear. He's trying to throw anyone and everyone under the bus to try to get try to get the light off of this subject, and it's just not going anywhere. People are not buying into it. MAGA is not buying into it. So we decided we will maybe dive into this and see where it goes.
Yeah, right.
So Rhoda has done lots and lots.
Well, not lots and lots, but I to tell you the truth, when this first came up and I found out that MAGA was upset about it, I thought, what? Really? Because when it happened, during the time that he died,
right,
I thought, well, I don't know, that just seems a little too weird. It just seems like too many coincidences and too many strange things were happening, and I don't know that I thought that he committed suicide. He may have, but it was just so hinky. And since it happened during the Trump administration, I just figured, somebody somewhere is covering something up.
Right.
And then when this exploded and MAGA was all upset with Pam Bondi and stuff, and I thought, wait a second, what am I missing here? What changed? Because all of a sudden it wasn't Trump, it was like the deep state that was doing it. So I went looking, and for one thing, there are pictures everywhere of Trump and Epstein, and so I always had them together in my mind as being friends, sure. and everybody knew them, and you know that they both liked hanging around with young girls and stuff, and so I thought, okay, and then when this came up again, it sounded like all the newscasters and all the podcasters and stuff were saying, well, Trump brought it on himself because he's the one that was pushing for them to do this investigation. So I thought, I don't remember him doing that. I don't remember anything like that.
So you don't remember ever hearing Trump say during his campaign, or any time for that matter, you never heard him say, we need to look into this.
Yeah, let's look into that. That's making a big thing about it.
Right.
The last thing I remember, just off the top of my head, was when it first came up. There was a recent Fox interview with Trump where he said, "You don't want to affect people's life. There's this phony stuff out there." So he was like putting it that, there isn't anything out there. To me, it sounded like he was saying, "There's nothing out there that's not." Or else he was saying, if we look into this, you got to keep in mind that there's a lot of phony stuff out there. So, don't take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
So I thought, well, that didn't really sound like he was asking for it. So then I looked at other places where he may have said something about it, or where he pressed for it. And so ABC News has a timeline, and I have a sample of things that I found on that timeline. And one in 2019, he said, is right around the time Epstein was arrested and in jail. He said he wasn't a fan when asked about Epstein.
He was not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein.
He was not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein, right.
All right. Well,
despite all the things.
This tells you that he is.
That maybe he was a little bit of a fan.
Okay.
And then he, in 2019, he retweeted a post that implicated Bill Clinton, and so I thought, okay. He's saying, he said, what we're saying is we want an investigation. I want a full investigation, and that's what I'm demanding. That's what our Attorney General, our great Attorney General, is doing. No.
That sounds.
Yeah,
sounds
of
just
course,
like him. All right.
Trump was in office at that time, and his great Attorney General was Bill Barr.
He is great.
And he is. He was great. Yeah, and but as far as I know, Bill Barr never released anything about any investigation he did about Epstein. I mean, he investigated the death, and he said that, it was suicide. He and the medical examiner said it was suicide, and that was it. That was it. That was the whole thing. That was nothing else. So nothing investigating what the big shots were that might have been involved with Epstein. And then in 2020, Trump hinted that Epstein might have been killed. And when he was asked by Jonathan Swan, of Axios about Ghislaine Maxwell, who was under trial at that time, had been arrested for doing the things that Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for. He said her boyfriend died in jail, and people are still trying to figure out how it happened. Was it suicide? Was he killed? And I do wish her well. I'm not looking for anything bad for her. So that was in 2020. So basically, to me, that was saying back off, leave the poor girl alone.
Right.
Yeah, that's my idea.
Right.
And then in 2023, he was asked by Epstein's death by Tucker Carlson, and he said, "Oh, sure, it's possible. I mean, I don't really believe. I think he probably committed suicide." That's what he said. And then in June 2024, he was asked by Fox News's Rachel Campos Duffy if he would, along with other files, release Epstein's files.
Right.
And Trump responded, "Yeah, I would." So nothing really enthusiastic.
But right
not really.
there. But it was on Fox, okay?
Yeah.
It was on Fox. He said, "Yeah, I would release those files."
Yeah.
And that's just enough. And he only mentioned it once, basically. Yeah. But that's just enough to get the MAGA going.
Yeah.
We want to get that going.
Yeah. And they actually took that clip and said, President Trump says he will declassify the 9/11 files, JFK files, and Epstein files.
Right.
And in their advertisement or in their social media, they did that. But later on, he said more for that response than was in their advertisement. Okay. He said that I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others, because the others meaning JFK and 9/11. Right. Certainly the way he died, it'd be interesting to find out what happened there, because that was a weird situation, and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I'd go a long way toward that one. So that was probably the most enthusiastic thing I found about it.
But that wasn't released. That part wasn't released.
No, that part they didn't put out there. They just said the other ones that he was gung-ho. And everything I found were people asking about Epstein. It wasn't him like, man, I can't wait to get elected so we can go and find out what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. It was kind of, yeah, if I'm asked or if I have a chance, I'll release him, but not anything else.
All right, so then how does this thing just really got blown up? I mean, the MAGA is just totally pissed off at him, at somebody.
At somebody for not releasing this
necessarily.
Stuff.
And I take that back, because MAGA never gets mad at him.
No, but they are mad at Pam Bondi, the AG, for not releasing as much as they thought they should have. And they did. She did release. Let me see. She did release in February 27th. She gave binders to all these. And I'm throwing you something.
Yep. Yes, you are. Yep, you are. And there's those binders.
And there's binders. These big, thick binders, and they were all excited because they were going to have finally the whole thing, the whole story. But there wasn't anything really new. They were like, there was, and they were upset because they weren't doing anything else. So then Pam Bondi said, I guess looked in it again, released something saying, hey, nothing to see here. He committed suicide. There wasn't anything else there. So go away. Yeah. And that made them even angrier. I was looking at some of the stuff and I thought, I still go along with, just to review why I was so Yeah, what's going on here?
All right, you do your review because you thought right from the get-go.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, over the years I've forgotten, but I just had my, wow, I thought that too. I thought there was something going on too. And so I went and reviewed what happened.
Right.
And this is what I found. In March 2005, this is going way, way back. This is the first time he was arrested.
Okay.
He was in March. They started investigating him down in Florida, in Palm Beach, Florida, and because a family of a 14-year-old girl reported that she was molested at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion.
Okay.
And then later there was a bunch of girls that said, "Hey, wait a second, that happened to me too," and that he hired them to give him sexual massages.
Okay.
Leave that to your imagination, but. And then May 2006, they signed paperwork to charge him with multiple counts of unlawful sex with a minor, but instead of acting on the police charge, the state attorney sent the case to a grand jury. And the grand jury in July said that they only indicted him a single count of soliciting prostitution. And the relatively minor charge draws almost immediate attention from the critics, including the police leaders who started the whole thing.
Right.
And they started going after the state attorney, Kushner, publicly and accusing him of giving Epstein special treatment.
Right.
So the FBI got involved and they started investigating. And then, so the federal prosecutors in 2007, they prepared an indictment against Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
But for a year, his lawyers talked to the U.S. attorney in Miami, who is Alexander Acosta, and he offered a plea bargain that would allow Epstein to avoid a federal prosecution. And so he pled guilty to state charges, one count of soliciting prostitution and one count of soliciting prostitution from someone under the age of 18. He's sentenced to 18 months in jail. And under a secret arrangement, the U.S. Attorney's Office agreed not to prosecute him for federal crimes. And he serves most of his sentence in a work release program that allowed him to leave jail during the day and go to his office.
Okay.
And then return at night.
I mean, it's not okay, but
I
understand.
That's what they did for him.
Right.
After all this, all the way it started out where they're accusing him of big charges, and then goes down to these little charges in 18 months, and he gets to work during the day.
Right.
This was done by the U.S. Attorney in Miami, Alexander Acosta, who just so happens to be Donald's Secretary of Labor during his first term.
During his first term. Right.
And when all this, when Epstein was arrested the second time in New York and prosecuted, Acosta was in the spotlight a lot, and he ended up quitting because, in 2009, he's released from jail, and then for the next decade, multiple women said that they're his victims. They wage the people that the parents and the children kept at this because they weren't really happy about that. They didn't want it
to go away.
Yeah,
they wanted something done.
Exactly. So they waged a fight to get his the non-prosecution agreement voided and hold him and others liable. One of his accusers, Virginia Giuffre, she said that it started when she was 17, and Epstein and his girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell actually hired her away from Mar-a-Lago, away from Donald Trump, and set her up with sexual encounters with royalty, politicians, accommodations, businessmen, and other rich and powerful men who all deny that this happened.
Absolutely. Sure they do.
Yeah. Then in November 2018, fast forward, the Miami Herald revisited how that was handled, Epstein's case, and they did a whole series of stories focusing on the role of Acosta, who again, at that time, at 2018, he was Donald Trump's Secretary of Labor. And people get interested in it again. So, in July 6, 2019, he's arrested on federal sex trafficking charges in New York. The federal prosecutors in New York concluded they weren't bound by the terms of the earlier non-prosecution deal, and Acosta resigns as labor secretary. In August of 2019, guards find Epstein dead in a cell in a federal jail in New York City, and investigators concluded he killed himself. On July 2nd, 2020, the prosecutors in New York charged Ghislaine Maxwell with sex crimes, and then after a month-long trial in December 30th, 2021, they convicted her of multiple charges, including sex trafficking, conspiracy, and transportation of a minor for illegal sexual activity.
Okay.
And she's sentenced to 20 years in prison.
All right, so she's been in there a few years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so she got 20 years out of it for helping.
For helping.
He probably would have gone away from
Rest of his life, I would hope. Yeah.
Hopefully.
But yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. But anyways, so he died in a cell.
Yes, and that's where a lot of people think that did he?
Did he commit suicide?
Did he commit suicide or did he not?
Well, I don't know. Now you think he had help.
It's just he either had help or they let him. I don't know.
Okay.
To me, that's the way it is. I don't know that.
Sure.
Because there was just so many things that they were short-staffed. Well, when they investigated it, the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Again, all this stuff is federal. All this stuff is basically under Donald Trump
That was under
and Bill
Trump
Barr
at the
and
time.
all these
Yes.
people.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So that's the way my mind thinks, and so
Right.
it just kind of. And when they did it, they attributed that the way he was able to commit suicide was because they had staff shortages. They failed to manage the risk of suicide. They had issues with their cameras, and there was a disregard of policies and procedures. And the facility got bad reviews after that. And
Didn't you tell me they closed?
Yes, they did. They closed in 2021. So, but here are some of the things that they allowed Epstein to do. They let him sleep on the floor. They let him have extra blankets and clothes. They let him, the day before he committed suicide, the night before he committed suicide,
Right.
he used a jail phone unmonitored, which is against their policies.
That
That one's.
That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. He wasn't reassigned. He had tried to commit suicide before, so it is
Right.
possible that he committed suicide.
Sure.
But
He was a suicide risk.
He was a suicide risk, but they let him do all the stuff even though he
Okay.
was a risk. He wasn't reassigned a cellmate after he tried to commit suicide. Usually they do that, so they have somebody to say, "Hey, this guy's committing suicide."
Right.
And the guards assigned to him failed to make more than 75 mandatory checks on him. And
Throughout his time.
I'm not sure. That they just said that was part of the things against the guards, is that they failed to do it. So it might have been to the whole time. I don't know.
Okay.
He was left overnight and discovered dead in the morning.
What's the big deal about having him sleep on the floor? Let him sleep on the floor.
I don't know, but they weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know
maybe
what it was
because they
about.
couldn't see him. That might
I betcha.
maybe
Well,
because the camera
But the cameras only show outside the cell. They don't show inside the cell. So I don't know.
Which is so ridiculous
Yeah.
to me when you think about it. All right. So the camera is watching him because he's on suicide watch.
Well, I don't know if that was even a thing. It might just be because they have cameras in all the cell blocks.
Right.
And just to see, if anything's going on, like if somebody's letting somebody out, somebody's,
Right.
breaking out or something like that. I don't know that they...
But shouldn't they have cameras in the cell just to see what
Well,
they're doing?
Now, my personal thing. I mean, if I go to jail, I don't want them filming me the whole time. I mean,
Don't go to jail.
You should get you should get some kind of privacy.
Well, you should.
Like
I mean,
okay. Yeah.
But if he's on suicide watch,
maybe.
If he's on
well,
suicide
and that's
watch,
why they put in another cellmate in with them. So,
but they didn't.
Yeah, but they didn't. They did not. Anyway, the guards were charged with conspiracy and filing false records related to their duties. But they entered into agreement with the prosecution, and they only received 100 hours of community service. And I don't know if that was for each or they shared or whatever. But 2 other employees were referred for criminal charges for falsely certifying inmate counts before and after his death. But they declined to prosecute that. And then, like I said, the center was closed in 2021. So we're not talking about the best place, but that's another thing. Why? I don't know. Why was he put in that particular?
Why was he put in there?
Yeah, but I don't know if that might be something that everybody was put into. But yeah. Let me see here. Yeah. So that was his death and his prosecutions. I don't know. To me, it just all sounded hinky at the time. I just thought, what in the world? This is just such a coincidence that somebody as high profile as Jeffrey Epstein,
right,
and with his connections to Donald Trump, all of a sudden, when he's going to go to a trial, when he can be making bargains and stuff with people, he commits suicide. And that's another thing. If he's guilty of all the things that they say he's guilty of, and he has all these powerful people that are his clients, why didn't somebody say, well, let's make a deal? Why was it better for him to? Because if the prosecution said, well, let's make a deal, they're going to get all these names.
Okay.
If the prosecution works for somebody whose name doesn't want to get out, maybe this happens. Maybe, before he gets a chance to say anything, he's feeling like, okay, there's no way I'm going to get out of this because I can't make a deal with anybody. So maybe that's why he killed himself too, because he didn't see any way out. And apparently, when he was arrested in Florida, he was like, oh, okay, I've got friends, and he gets a slap on the wrist. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me with my warped mind thinking, it just seems kind of weird.
See, and that's where you and I differ. See,
you just take it for face value.
I do. Yeah. I take it at face value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Until now. Okay. Until now.
Okay.
But at the time, I thought.
Yeah.
The guy didn't want to spend the rest of his life in jail or prison. God forbid that he should have to go through agony.
In jail. Yeah.
Because
And I can see that too. I can see him committing suicide because he doesn't want to spend the rest of his life in prison.
I mean, he was a horrible human being to women, but yet he doesn't want to suffer.
Yes, exactly. And I can see that point too. But I also can see the smug, I know everybody knows me, I'm all powerful, I'll get out of this. And so I couldn't see why he would be that desperate, because he's got friends in high places. But if he was getting cut off from the friends in high places, sure.
But he knew a lot.
He knew a lot, yeah.
I'm not totally sure that we'll ever find.
No, I think that's probably true.
I don't think we'll ever know.
But on the other hand, that wasn't what MAGA was worried about his death. They're worried about there's a deep state out there. And there's all these powerful people that run the world badly, they think, and they want them to pay for what they've done. And so they wanted all this stuff to come out because they were sure the people they don't like were going to be the people behind all this.
That okay.
So, and in a way, that's me too. I mean, I was sure the person I didn't like was behind all this. So, I can understand what they're thinking. But that's why we kind of converged and we kind of, both.
But you're totally on opposite sides.
Right.
because
right.
they think that the Democrats are involved.
Right, exactly.
And you're not so much.
Yeah.
Tell me about the deep state, all right? Can you do that?
My understanding of it is there are these people that are like higher ups in like CIA and all these covert operations, and in the Army and the Navy and all that stuff, and all these politicians that run the world. They're we can play all these little representatives and senators and stuff. Some of them might be in the deep state, but the other ones, they can play and pretend like they're running things and making laws and stuff. But people in the deep state, they take care of everything. They have all the money, all the power, and we want to know who they are, and we want to take them down. Not me. I don't think there is a deep state, but people.
But that's where okay.
But everything that's wrong in the world and everything that goes bad in your life,
it's a deep state.
It's a deep state.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a deep state.
All right, gotcha.
Yes.
I am so not into all the. That's a conspiracy thing too.
Yes, obviously. It is.
I'm just not. But I'm not totally sure that people are wrong when they say that there might be more into his death than.
Yeah.
But here's a question. Here's a question to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that there is one human being on this earth that cares whether Jeffrey Epstein is dead.
No, I don't think that's a problem. Well, even though I thought, I bet you that looks hinky. I don't know. I forgot about it. I forgot about it. I didn't obsess about it. I didn't think, well, I hope something comes out or anything.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody to kill anybody, okay?
Right.
But for the most part, when I saw that he hung himself, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I shouldn't say that about a human being, but I'm thinking,
to me it was too bad because I thought he should spend a long time in prison.
Right. Okay.
I thought he should suffer. I thought he should spend the rest of his life suffering.
That's fair. That's fair.
So he had what? A few months of suffering? I mean...
And that's not enough.
That's not enough. So,
you're right.
That's the way I feel.
But do you care that he died?
No. And I thought, well, that's it. That we're never going to... And I didn't... I did care because I thought there's these young girls and they were abused by people in power and they shouldn't have been. And the people in power
should have their day in court.
They should.
And they should get some kind of satisfaction knowing that the guy is paying for the crime.
Yeah. Even if it's something, even if they could legitimately prove that they had no idea that this person was a 14-year-old instead of an 18-year-old, maybe. But even if they could do that, I think their name should have been out there because, let them have a little bit of embarrassment.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't think that's...
Sure.
And there are probably some out there that are very good, outstanding people of society. They look down on people like me. And I'd like to get them to get there.
Or anyone.
Yeah, that it's like...
sure.
Yeah, so sure. I wouldn't have minded if some people were embarrassed by that stuff. And then and I would have really been happy if the people that didn't know but took advantage of it anyway. I would love to see them punished. But
Do you think that's ever going to happen?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Do you think there's a list?
I don't know if there's a list. I never knew. I mean, they have flight logs, and they
Right.
have a lot of problems, including Trump has been on the flight logs.
Sure.
Trump says he's never been to the island.
I got a video on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold that. You know, I've got a video on
too.
that, and yeah.
I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. I never went to the island, but I did turn it down. But a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island.
Yeah. So who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I do. He loves to throw people under the bus.
Right.
I've never been to the island. I've never been to the island. But Bill Clinton, he's been on the island 28 times. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I just happen to have the stats and figures right here.
28 times. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean,
know,
whether or not
I
he
know.
did, I don't.
I
But
don't
he's always
either.
throwing somebody under the bus. I didn't do it,
Yeah,
but somebody.
that's the thing too.
By the way, Entertainment Tonight provided us that
Oh,
video.
thank you.
So
Yeah,
our
yes,
thanks to
yes,
Entertainment
yeah.
Tonight.
That's it. It's they talk about the island, but so they must have some kind of records of what happened on the stupid island, you know. So to
Sure.
show that for Bondi to say we don't have any records that we can.
Oh,
it's like-
please.
I mean, it's like everybody knows about the island. We don't have any records on it. We don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a little. It gets a little bit too far for me to believe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Do I think that there's a list? I mean, I do believe that there are people in this country that believe that somewhere hidden away
Yeah.
in a shoebox on somebody's closet
Yeah.
shelf, there's a list of everyone that has ever been
Yeah.
involved with Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, I get some of it because there are questions on how he got wealthy, how he got his wealth.
Okay.
And a lot of people think, well, he's been blackmailing people. I don't know that I agree with that because I think he participated just as much as they did. So I don't know that he would like, oh, you don't pay me, I'm going to tell on you, and they could say, well, I'll tell on you. I mean, it's
Sure,
like I don't know if that's true or not, but it may be true though that he got a lot of it from selling girls, selling women. Yeah. So
Right,
and
so
the trafficking thing.
Right,
Yeah.
the trafficking thing.
Because
Right.
yeah, they were high quality people probably, and so he probably made a lot of it from that.
Well, considering, all right, because did the man ever have a job?
Well, I went to look on that too. He used to teach at Dalton School in New York, which is a private school, and wealthy people go to send their kids to it. When he taught there, he taught math and science, but he never had a college degree
Never had a college degree.
in math and science. And he was hired, and this is interesting. It probably has nothing to do with anything, but
No.
he
but-
was hired by Bill Barr's father, Donald Barr, to come in and do that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So this dude has never had a teaching degree.
No.
Never went to college.
Right. Well, no, I think he went to college, but he never got his degree.
All right. So he was teaching at this
Classy school.
that rich people send their kids.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's most rich people like to send their kids to a classy school
Yeah.
being taught by somebody not qualified.
Yeah, that's. But everybody said he was very personable, very charismatic. So yeah. Anyway, he managed to get a job at Bear Stearns, and people think it's because of interacting with the kids' parents and stuff.
Okay.
And then, cut back to say where I'm getting my stuff from. He left Bear Stearns and he formed his own company, an own investment company, and
Don't you have to have some kind of education for that too?
I would think so, but I have very little. My $1.75, I went and researched all over the place before I gave somebody it and said, "Please take care of this for me." It's like, but they had to have degrees, certificates, and
Sure.
certifications, everything. But apparently, yeah, if you look like you have money and like you're making money, you can get anybody. Yeah.
There are people in this world, and you and I have talked about it. There are very gullible people, okay?
Yeah.
There are very gullible people that can be sold anything.
Yeah. Yeah. You put enough spin behind it, yeah, you can sell anything. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Donald Trump convinced people that he was a great businessman after going
sure.
bankrupt how many times? So yeah.
Absolutely.
You don't have to actually prove it or have proof of it. You can just.
I mean, how many
Talk about
businesses has this man folded, and yet there are still people in this world. What a great businessman.
Yeah.
He's a
yeah.
great businessman.
I feel so much safer now that he's in charge. Yeah.
There's not many people in this world that can bankrupt a casino.
I've heard it's hard. But yeah, he could do it. Oh
He
my
can
God,
do it, but he can do it.
Great, he could do it.
So, yeah, all right. So
Yeah.
there's that businessman thing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Epstein, then he went, taught, whatever. He got
Yeah,
qualified, but whatever.
Yeah.
So he moved on to being an investor.
Yes.
He's going to invest your money.
Yes. Well, Senator Rod Wyden from Oregon, he started investigating Epstein in 2022 when he was head of the.
2022.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
was chair of the Senate Finance Committee. And part of the investigation, they looked at suspicious activity reports. I have a hard time pronouncing things sometimes, or SARS, and they're filed by banks when there's suspicious
sure,
activity,
yeah.
and like all of a sudden they're making huge cash deposits when they never did before, or they're sending wire transfers to high risk countries, or any kind of activity that's not normal for that
Right.
particular account, or any particular account. And they found lots and lots of SARS filed for
Against
Jeffrey
his.
Epstein. Yes,
Against
of
him.
his transactions,
Mhm.
and with one bank, and the SARS totaled over $1 billion
Wait, in one bank.
in one bank. So there could be others or something, but there's.
But did they
one.
do anything about it?
They saw that he had like 4,700 wire transfers too. That's not usual.
No.
And the SARS that they looked at, SARS are supposed to be filed 30 days within the 30 days of the suspicious activity.
Yeah, right.
Surprise, surprise. He did have other banks. You know what? I better check that because I thought they said it was one bank, but now they did have several banks that filed them, multiple
Okay.
banks. So I might have that wrong. But several of the SARS were filed only after he was arrested in 2019. So they didn't think, oh, well, maybe we better go and look at his stuff and see. And then they filed it. So they weren't all within 30 days, obviously, because he didn't do something, 30 days before arrest.
Do you get a free pass do you get a free pass if you're like a Jeffrey Epstein? If you, I mean, obviously after all of this, you don't get a free pass. But a guy that's charismatic, or woman, or whoever, they walk in, they think he's all charismatic and blah blah blah. Do they give him a free pass? But they shouldn't on this.
They shouldn't have. Yeah, I think they do. I think they do. Senator Wyden, he has requested repeatedly that the Treasury Department release the full Epstein file to Congress.
Right.
Not necessarily but so Congress could look at
Sure.
it. He sent a letter to Pam Bondi, outlining what he found during the thing and asking them to investigate further. And he actually accused the Trump administration for hindering access to the file. So, all
right, so Epstein died when?
He died in 2019. No, wait, was it 2018? Just a second, let me.
I mean, not that it matters. What I'm saying is this guy.
2019 August, yeah.
So, but he
6 years ago.
he started this investigation 3 years after he died.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, but I there was an awful lot of wrongdoing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this guy was involved in many things.
Right.
It's very difficult for me to believe that everything is on the up and up, and he makes this kind of money.
Yeah, everything is just a little strange.
But I think I want it all. I want it all out there. I want it all out there.
I do too.
All
I
of
do
it.
too.
All of it.
I do too. I don't care who gets I don't want the victims. No, I don't want.
No, I don't want the victims.
Yeah,
I want
to
the
come
chips
forward,
to fall where they may be.
But for all the people that were involved in it,
Absolutely.
yes, they definitely need to.
No, we don't need
I
the
care.
victims. The victim has gone through enough.
Yes, exactly.
But I want whoever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Democrat, Republican, whoever.
Yeah. Yes,
Clergyman,
exactly.
whatever.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. Bring it all out.
Am I going to be upset if I find out somebody I admire is one of them? Oh, yeah, I am. But I'd be more upset if I found out years later after they passed away or something that I thought, this person that I quote and love and everything did all this stuff. Oh, my God. That I just soon find out. I don't
Absolutely.
Find later.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be covering anybody.
No.
I don't care. I don't care who it is.
Right.
But blow this thing out.
Yeah.
Just get it all out of there.
Yeah.
And let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
You follow the money, follow whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to know how some sleazebag can have this kind of money, get away with all of this for years. By the way, for years.
Excellent. Yes.
Lots of people know.
Yeah.
Lots of people know. It's not as if he did all this stuff and no one knew.
There was some kind of club that these people belong to. I mean, there might not be a list, and there might not be dues paid or whatever, but
right.
There are people that.
And obviously, it was a good old boys club.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I thought.
No, please let me say it. No, obviously, it was a good old boys club.
Well, Ghislaine apparently had a few things going on too, so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, obviously, she knew.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go down that road, but I'm sure at one point, possibly at one point, she was a victim too.
Yeah, that's
possible.
true. That's possible. That's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, that's what's hard. Yeah, and now they want to, I don't know, make a deal with her. Well, and maybe not. I hope they don't. I hope they don't make a deal with her because really, she's just as guilty.
Absolutely,
as
because
he
she
is.
knew what was going. She knew what was going on.
And
she always knew what was going on.
What do they call it?
She worked with him.
Yeah, but she's the one that brought the girls in.
Sure.
Yeah, and taught them how to do things and
she was the trainer.
She was trainer.
She was the
That's exactly, but like that.
I mean,
she taught them how
trainer.
to
Absolutely. And she was every bit as bad as he was.
Yeah.
I mean, she knew that these victims, what was going to happen to them.
Right. Right.
She went out and found them,
Right.
basically, from my understanding.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Molded them. Turned them over to Jeffrey.
And he basically sold them.
Yes. So she needs to spend all of that time
yeah.
in prison.
Definitely.
But I think we need to find out as much as we possibly can. And don't cover this stuff up.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if there's a list, but I think there's people out there that know who's involved. And I
Yeah.
think she's one of them.
Oh, yeah.
She's one of them.
Yeah.
And they can't make a deal.
The other day, I should remember her name, Virginia, the one that worked at Mar-a-Lago, and they lured her away.
Is that the one that Jeffrey supposedly stole from Trump?
Yes, and that's what he said the other day. That it's about the worst thing. That's why he broke up, because they were buds, and that's why
No,
they
he
broke up.
wasn't. He wasn't. They were never friends.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Well, he kind of said when we broke up.
Yeah.
when he
parted ways.
when he stole one of his employees, and then came back and stole another one, and it makes you wonder, was that the employee that he stole?
All right. Here's Donald Trump. He's got lots of employees.
Yeah.
He's got lots of employees.
Yeah, this is a 16-year-old girl. I'm sure he knows every 16-year-old that he has at his place, because,
Yeah, why was he mad about this particular person? And again, I'm not going down that road. All right, I'm not going down that road, because then other questions pop up, and
Right.
that I'm just not going to get into that. But I just find it just really strange. I find it a little weird that he would break off his friendship because Epstein stole a couple of his employees.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, and the employee was recruited. That's what she did. She recruited.
Recruited.
She was recruited from the spa, Mar-a-Lago
Right.
Spa. She's a 16-year-old. So what is a 16-year-old? What would you do at a spa? I guess,
that's what
I guess you could be cleaning or something, but
Sure.
yeah.
I don't know. There's just, yeah. That's just a weird. That's very weird. We will never hear all of what was involved in this thing.
I know. It's Virginia, Giuffre.
Okay.
Geoffrey. So I might be pronouncing it wrong, but yeah.
And so that was it. That was the one that ended their friendship. He recruited a couple of his employees.
Yeah.
Okay.
To come and be massaged. Masseurs or masseurs.
Right.
I don't know. Masseuses, maybe.
Right.
I can't remember whether one's for a girl, one's for a boy, and I can't remember which one. But anyway, they come to do that.
Right. Yeah.
But
Um,
it's just kind of
Yeah, that's what ended their friendship
Yeah.
right there. That's what did it.
yeah.
Okay,
Make sure
I will take that. I will take him at his word, but I'm thinking that's pretty.
It's pretty flimsy.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, at one time they said it was because of a property and that to do it, but they were friends for, well, one of them says 10 years, one of them said 15 years, but yeah, they were
Right.
friends for a long time.
Yeah. Back then they would say, "Oh, we've been friends for 10 or 15 years." Now Trump would say, "I don't
Jeffrey-
even know him. Who is he
Yeah.
again?"
Would you tell me again what?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
him at all. Not at all. No, see? I
Yeah.
mean, not at all. He didn't know him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just,
That's weird. There's no doubt there's no doubt in my mind that they were friends.
Yeah.
So,
It just,
so where does this go from here?
it's still going, and that's a good thing. How long has it been? Almost a month now that first came back out there.
Yeah, we're going on
and
to
that people
4
are-
weeks.
Yeah.
We're going on to week number 4. It's not going anywhere. The MAGAs are not nearly as mad as they once were, but they never will.
Oh, yeah. I had some. Yeah, I forgot to do that.
The graphic.
The graphs, yeah. But
Yeah. But the MAGAs.
But the independents and losers like us, that's Democrats.
Right. Well, see, we never bought into this stuff. I mean,
we
as
didn't.
far as
We didn't.
right, and I mean, we never bought into the whole Trump thing, and
He wasn't. We didn't idolize him, so it's not.
Absolutely,
It's not
no.
coming to us as a surprise for us.
no.
But,
I mean, but then again, we didn't idolize Obama. Or
no,
Clinton or
yeah, I
anything.
don't remember idolizing anybody,
Yeah,
and so that's why if it comes out the Democrats were involved in this, good,
Good.
yeah,
Let
they
the
should
chips-
they should get what they deserve, yeah,
Absolutely,
Yeah,
they should.
yeah.
But what's going to happen? I mean, why is Trump so scared about? He's calling it. Let me see. I do have a graphic up here. Let's see, because he went on a tirade.
A couple of weeks ago, yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, when he was he called it the Epstein hoax. Yes, is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, is what he's calling it now. He just went crazy one morning, and this one was July 16th. This was at almost 10 o'clock in the morning, when every other president probably would have had a half a day in.
Yeah, he's doing his.
He's worried about not stupid stuff. Well, he's trying to. I don't know what he's trying to do, but
get
he's
people to switch to some other thing.
Right.
Yep, so
I
can't wait till it gets to the part where the moon landing was faked and they have proof of it.
Absolutely.
I'm waiting for that one. That one will take my
sure.
attention away. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like.
So where do we go? I mean, what happens?
I don't know that.
It's coming up tomorrow.
I don't know that they'll ever come up with anything that will satisfy people.
Right.
From your calendar.
Yeah.
It's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think that everyone, or I don't think there's people that's never going to be happy.
If
about
they
this.
make a deal with Ghislaine,
Yep.
how are you ever going to believe anything that she says?
Well, I don't.
I mean, and if you and make a deal with somebody who basically was a child trafficker, it's like, how can anybody say, "Oh, great, she's on our side"? I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. And if they say, "Well, we didn't make a deal, but we just looked at it and thought, you know what, we were pretty hard on her," or if they don't make a deal, say all the stuff that she gave them just out of the goodness of her heart, and then 3 years from now, when Trump's leaving office, he pardons her. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Right now, as far as anybody knows, she's the one that would know things, that we absolutely knows things. I'm sure there are other people, and I'm sure that they're very good at keeping things buried deep in the ground with, under cement, and yeah,
That's
like that.
I don't know. But the story is not going away. He wants it obviously to go away.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. People are not happy.
No.
This was the one issue, and God only knows there's a million different issues out there that we should be worried about. This is the one issue that's got the MAGAs
Right.
all in knots.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if they'll. Obviously, they aren't going to turn against Trump. It could happen. It could happen that some congressmen, some senators might say, "Wait a second, we can't be a part of this," and maybe they'll do some committees or do something.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm not saying that we shouldn't investigate.
Yeah.
All right.
You're just saying that there's probably not going to be much to it.
I guess that I don't know. Are they upset about his death, or are they upset that there's a cover up?
They're upset because there's a cover up. They think, and it makes sense. If they had enough to take Epstein to trial,
Right.
they have something.
Sure they do.
And they
Sure
can't
they
just
do.
say, there's nothing to see here.
Somebody somewhere's got some papers.
Yeah.
They had a case.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I don't-
Yeah.
But they want names.
They want names, yeah.
See, they want names. They don't. I'm not totally convinced that a lot of MAGAs are concerned about the victims.
No, they're mostly concerned about everybody that they hate being on those lists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that they really care about any of the victims. They just want to see.
They want the deep state to go down.
Right.
And they don't care.
Right. Okay.
And they don't think that anybody that they like is part of the deep state. Because if they were, they wouldn't screw them over like.
6 months from now, I'm predicting 6 months from now, we'll still be talking about this.
I hope so. I hope it doesn't die away. I hope we either find something or
Right.
they keep at him.
Right.
Because I don't think it should be something that
Right.
should disappear.
We will definitely keep talking
we'll keep
about
you
it.
updates and whenever they come.
We are working on our next show, which we're thinking it's going to be
On deportations, on ICE,
Right.
basically. Our next show
That's
will be on
tough.
ICE.
That
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
tough, though. Let's take a couple of minutes. That's tough.
It is.
It's
We
a
were
really
going
tough
to
one.
do the bigger thing. I think we want to divide it into different parts.
It's just
like-
different segments.
Yeah,
of
different
this.
segments,
Right,
and
right.
so we can bring it
Because
all
it's
over.
a huge issue. It's a huge issue.
And we want to, talk about Christine Ohm and Tom Homan and just kind of dig down deep on their backgrounds and things that they're doing. So, yeah,
Right.
just kind of.
So that's coming
Yeah.
up. That's probably going to be our next show. We'll
Yes.
see.
Unless, the files come up.
Right.
The files come up, we're coming right back.
Right.
We'll read them out loud to you on there. So,
But
yeah.
but we are definitely going to keep this story going. If it's in the news, we're going to be talking about it.
Right.
But deportation, that's a huge situation as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we will. That's coming up.
Okay.
So, all right. Thanks for
thanks.
watching, everyone. Have a marvelous day.